Hello gorgeous souls, it's Mary from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. In this video, I will be giving you a 3-card tarot reading for our week, March 5th to March 12th. And the way it works is because you landed on this channel, this reading is meant for you. The message is meant for you, and it doesn't matter even if you're watching this after the date that I just mentioned, okay? So the cards that I'm going to be working with are the Book of Shadows Tarot, Volume 2, with they're created by Barbara Moore. They're such a beautiful deck. I'm in love with them. They show so much realism. It's like they basically are about like everyday life. I just love the cards because they're just amazing. And the way I love tarot because of the art, and because I'm being an artist, I just love to look at art. So to me, it's my way of enjoying art and reading. Reading and working with them, because that's what I do. And so before I begin, and before every reading, I always say a little prayer, and it's just to help to center the energy, and calling on to a higher power, calling on to God, Jesus, the divine, angels. Give us a message for our highest good, for what we need to know today. Thank you. Okay, shuffling, giving a good shuffle. It doesn't matter if they're shuffled a lot. They could be just shuffled just briefly, but whatever's meant to be will be meant to be and be told to you. To me. To all for all of us. Okay, cutting them in 3 piles. Okay, first card, the Moon. Second, the Sun. The Hanged Man. Oh, that one fell out. The Chariot. Okay. Okay, so the first card is the Moon, and we just came off the full moon. And if you remember, if you felt those effects, I know, like, it affects us. The moon, when it goes full, it affects us in a lot of ways. It affects us in a way that we become more emotional, we become more sensitive, we become very intuitive as well. But we can overreact, and just things can come up, like, but the moon is basically a way for us to bring things up to the surface so we can release. It's like cleaning house, you know. But the Moon card also, this Moon card, represents emotional energies. Not that you're going to go through that again, but it's like unforeseen perils that are happening. Things that you can't really put your finger on, things that you can't really identify, because you just know. It's a feeling of knowing. It's just a feeling of intuition, and it's imaginative feeling. Like I said, there's more to the situation than just meets the eye. It's more than what you're feeling, because it's more than what you're seeing. Sorry, it's more than what you're seeing rather than what you're feeling. And that is what the moon is representing. It's kind of like even a deja vu feeling. If you ever had that feeling of, I've been here before, and I know that this is something that's telling me something. I've been here, and I know that person, and you know, just feeling that energy of something or someone or a place or a house. I've gotten so much deja vu in my past, and I love it when I have deja vu, because I know that that is a sign. There's a lot of theories that that is a sign that I'm on the right path, that I know maybe it's a past life. Maybe I've known that person from a past life. You feel like, I know this person. Like, this person, they seem very familiar to me. And I know you probably felt that too. And if you pay attention to the signs are very, very, like, you know, vivid, because you're like, okay, I remember that, I feel it. Dreams, you'll have dreams, like dreams will come out, like you'll have a dream and it'll be exactly like dreams come true. It's true, you feel, and it's like you dream it, and all of a sudden it's there. So like, that is what the moon is representing. So feeling very just mystical, I should say. It's like we can't identify it, but I always say this, and this is true. We are spirit becoming human, not human becoming spirit. So you're human, well, I'm human, we're all human, and we're always thinking, oh, well, I need to be more spiritual. No, you are spiritual. We just got a lot of day-to-day physical, human, earthly stuff. And while we're here on earth, we have to balance the earth the earthly stuff and the material, like you know, all the stuff that you have from your day-to-day living, right? And there's a lot of things that get into the way where you don't feel your spirit, because your spirit knows. Your soul is something separate. Your soul, well, your soul is a part of you. It is you. It is you. So what the soul is it goes through the lessons, and it takes on from lifetime to lifetime. It takes on all the lessons. It remembers everything, like your soul knows. But to tap into that, you have to go within and feel the spirit, feel the energy within yourself. And there's more to it, but I can be here, I can be talking to you all night about that, because I love that. I love talking about spiritual stuff. And here I go again, saying spiritual stuff. But you know what I mean, because we're in this human body. Like I say, it's like we are here. So it's a deja vu feeling. So you may be feeling that. And the moon is in Scorpio today. So Scorpio is a very mystical, mysterious sign, and well, it's a very intense sign, very emotional. Scorpio has a reputation of being ruthless and mean, but that's not true. I'm a Scorpio. And I know a lot of you are Scorpio. There was a day that I was just reading Scorpio after Scorpios, and I know that you're watching this, and if you have Scorpio, or you know somebody that's Scorpio, you know that they're actually, it's a very misunderstood sign. If anything, it's just people don't understand the energy of Scorpio. So that's why I said this moon is in Scorpio, so it's unexplainable. Like, it's kind of like, I'm not going to say unpredictable. It's just a very intense energy that you may be feeling in a good way. So you got to channel that energy in a positive way, be productive, start creating something. Scorpios are about birth, rebirth, the ending. So it's all about change. And there's another, I know, going on to another subject and another topic about it's good to change. And so, you know, it's not good to dwell onto one thing. So you got to just see, that's what the problem is with dwelling onto one thing. You don't look at the signs that are in front of you that spirit guides are giving you to make a change, or they're telling you something. So something mystical is happening, something that you can't see. And like I said about the unforeseen perils, there's a lot of stuff happening to you, a lot of things that are coming to you that are telling you that there's signs. So you got to wake up to your intuition, because we all are intuitive. Now, yes, that's what I do for a living. I'm an intuitive consultant. But you know what? We all have that gift. We all are gifted. We all have it, to a higher, to a lesser degree. So intuition is a muscle, and when you tap into it, you actually can you can see things, you can feel things, you just know. So that's what the sign, it's telling you to tap into your intuition and to just go within more often and look at that. So it's your like, and it's also with our intuitions as well, or our feelings, I should say, emotional. We have an aura body. And that, if you're familiar with the aura is the energy and the light that surrounds you. It's your energy. And some of us that are very empathic, very sensitive, very intuitive, light workers, creative, that's something about all of us, right? When we're in tune to it, we're in tune to our heart. That's what I meant. We're in touch with our heart. We generate large auras, and our auras are so large. And the more we do this work, our auras will grow. And that's a good thing, because you can help other people. Like, you can, you know, it's just, but you feel energies, like you give, but it's also good to receive. Okay, so one thing you got to do, especially when you're going to go into a shopping mall and, you know, like you have this amazing Black Friday sale or something. I'm just giving you just out of the, you know, off the top of my head. So it's like you got to call your aura in, because if you don't, you're going to feel, oh, like claustrophobic. I used to have that. I used to think I was claustrophobic, but no, it was because my aura is really large. So, and that's not to say it's good or bad. It's just what it is. So you got to call it in. And the way you call it in is just breathing in and just visualizing energy coming through you, white light coming through your crown of your head, through your heart center, and just feel your energy, and to ask it, come back in, come back in. It's kind of like when you're calling a pet, like, come on, come here, you know, and it's just like, just calling it in, that's it. And then feel it there, and just know that it's there, and just, anytime you feel it going out, pull it back in. Now, it's good to keep your aura out if you do any kind of public speaking, if you're a teacher, if you're a performer, or if you do intuitive work, if you do anything like that, you want your aura to be out, because you want to send out the love, right? It's okay. And when you see a friend, oh, I love you, you know, and just give them a big hug because you're feeling that aura and that energy. And if you don't know what an aura looks like, you can Google it. But I wanted to show you, I just have my 2 pictures of me and Dave. We just recently took our aura a few months ago. It's pretty neat. Okay, so this is my aura, and I have a lot of orange colors. We all have colors. There's different colors in our aura, and it changes. It changes. So I was in a very creative, spiritual mood. My heart's opened, and also there's a lot of gold. So there's a lot of energy in there. And here's Dave's. Dave's very orange. Lots of orange. Orange is creative and artistic. I'm that too, but Dave is like, he does it 24/7. He channels his creativity in his music, and you hear a piano in the background? That's Dave's music, okay? And speaking of music, I have a song of Dave's, actually. It's interesting. It's actually great for what we're talking about. I'm just gonna play it for you really quickly, and you can hear it's called Deja Vu. It's actually Dave's song. I have my little iPod here. The song just goes right with what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. I just want to show Dave off. His music, he's always channeling creative stuff, and I just want to show you somebody that is creative 24/7, and it's just amazing. He plays all the instruments, he sings on it, he wrote it. He did it, actually, I inspired him through Zumba. He wanted to make it a little Spanish flair to it, and it just has a beautiful, to me it sounds a little flamenco, so I just want you to hear the words a little bit. Just jasmine perfume riding the breeze, purple and golden rays of the setting sun. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, and so if you are interested in wanting to know more about it, just send me a DM and I can tell you more about how to listen to Dave's music. Okay, so back to the reading. So that is, it's a dreamy card. It's actually creative. So talking all about that, it's feeling creative. So if you have any creative signs and things that are coming to you, telling you to do something, you got to do it. You got to listen to it. And the next card is the sun. That's interesting. We got the moon and the sun. Okay, so the sun is, it's a celebration. If you can see this card, they're all celebrating. They're all rejoicing. They're all having fun. And it's the sun. So where we're going to be at is, we're going to be in the sunshine. Well, because we got spring coming right around the corner. That's not what I really mean, but it's the sun is out. And when the sun is out, you are feeling, you know, warm. We get our vitamin D, but it's not about the actual physical sun. It's about the sunshine within ourselves and feeling just more whole. So going through the dark night of the soul that we went through, or maybe I shouldn't say dark night of the soul, I'll rephrase that to just more of an exploration of spirit and looking at the signs that are given to us. We got the moon telling us to go within, channel that, and reflect upon that. And sometimes we have to write things down to understand all of the things that are coming to us, like dreams, and, you know, just putting our goals on paper so we can look at them and then say, okay, this is what I need to do. What do I need to focus on? And where do I take my energy? Where am I putting my energy? And that is what you need to do, is pull back your energy, like I was talking about earlier, and all of that. So I may do, you know, I'm feeling called to talk more about the moon, but I'm kind of holding myself back, and I'm feeling more called upon to talk about auras. So I'm going to be making a video all about the aura and energy. Okay, so look for that soon. So I'm just going to put that on, I'm going to put a pin in it because I feel like I want to tell you more. There's more that Spirit wants me to talk about. When I do these videos, I am channeling energy, and sometimes words just come all so many, like I channel spirits, I channel energies, I channel feelings, I channel a lot of stuff that comes through. And I'm actually just, you know, I get so many energies, and I know that I'm talking to just a camera here, but you know what? You're behind that camera, and I know that you're there, and I can feel it, and I know. So it's just a card of knowing. So that is the message for me, is to do the to do a video for you soon. Okay, and so back to the sun. The sun is positive. It's just, it represents bliss, contentment, just feeling content and saying, oh, I got it. So it's a really, really fun. It's having fun. So what the sun is telling you is to get outdoors and to just feel the energy of the sun. And also when you do that, you're going to feel more at peace with who you are, and things are going to start to come out into the open because you have everything that you need. It's counting your blessings or just feeling the gratitude of what you have already. And that is all you need to do for manifesting. So whatever you've been hoping for, whatever you've been wanting to happen, like wishing for it to happen, it's going to happen. And what it relates to relationships, it's a feeling of, I got it now. Even if you are not talking to that person right now, or that person is out of reach, it doesn't matter because you're connected. And when you're connected, you just feel, you just know, the love is there and energies are there. Or if you're not with anybody, then it represents just a feeling of somebody is coming into your life. Okay. And that is how it works. It's just knowing. Okay. So the sun it's the brightness of our life. And then we got the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man, she's doing, I love this, she's doing a headstand. And it's interesting because headstand is so empowering. I don't know if you've ever done a headstand. I know I used to do them when I was a kid, and when I took my yoga training, I started to do headstands. It's interesting, very, very interesting. But the one thing is that you have to be very, very, very careful when you do headstands. This is not about headstand, but what it is it's not that the card doesn't represent headstands. What I meant, the Hanged Man represents self-sacrificing, that you need to do things for yourself in order for better things to come. Like when I say things for yourself, I mean you got to give yourself some self-love. You got to give yourself self-care. It's a discipline. Being human, I always say, being human is a lot of work because we got to put so much energy into daily life, into just the little things that we do. The Hanged Man is about self-sacrificing, sacrificing little things for a cause. There's a cause and effect for everything. And if you take that little ounce of sacrifice for one thing in your life, you will see a huge difference and become disciplined with it. Like I'm talking about, like healthy living, healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, like putting that energy out there. Because like the Hanged Man, like the headstand lady, she's doing a headstand. It takes a lot of practice to do this. Actually, you have to really build up to this before you can do a headstand. The Hanged Man and the headstand is telling you that you need to practice something. You need to practice something in your life, something that is telling you that you need to start doing. There's something that you need to work on for yourself. And this could also relate to discipline with exercise, nutrition, drink more water, sleep, have extra rest, do whatever you need to do to make that happen. Because by doing it, like I said, there's a cause and effect, and that cause and effect can actually, you can actually do so much for your life. Like your life can actually open, you can open doors. Doors will open for you when you're disciplined and you do good for yourself. Like when I say that, I mean that it's the truth, the law of attraction. When the universe sees you taking care of you and doing self-love, self-care, you automatically want to do and help other people. You have more time. And what that does is that creates an energy, a vibration that attracts more good things to you. And I know that it's not about doing it, oh, because I want to get this, I want to have that, I want to try to win her heart or his heart or whatever. It's more about feeling amazing, and it's all about just doing things from your heart. And another thing too, the Hanged Man, is forgiveness. Sometimes we have to go within and find it in our hearts to forgive, because forgiveness is a huge thing in our life. And so that is a sacrifice, because forgiveness is not what you give to the other person. It's what you give to yourself. You give yourself that freedom. You let go of that negativity that you were holding on to and that grudge, because that grudge is preventing you from moving forward. So that is what it's telling you, really. It's to let go, or to let go of the outcome and not try to control something and wanting it to happen quicker than when it's supposed to, because, you know, like, we can predict when things are gonna, like, we can predict the weather better than we can predict love, or, you know, when a person's going to finally pop the question, or when is that person ever going to call me. You know, it's like, we can, or when am I ever going to meet that certain someone, you know. So that person, like, whatever it is, will come when the time is right. But you need to forgive and you need to let go, because resentment and regret, those are the things that hold you back, okay? And the Chariot fell out. And the Chariot, they're all having a joyride. They're going somewhere. And that's what it means. You got to get out of the house. You got to do things. You got to get out. You got to just explore. You got to do things. That's all it's telling you. It's time to take the action and get out of the house and do things for yourself, for your family, for whatever the cause is. You got to take those steps. I know that there's probably something that you are maybe procrastinating on doing. Do it. Go and get out. Get yourself out of the house and do something for yourself that your future self, will thank you. Okay? So putting that all together, it's telling you to listen to the signs, be joyful and happy and feel the love in your heart, and know that you are everything that you like. The law of attraction, just knowing that everything that you're looking for is right in here, and feel it and just trust into it, and just take the action. And also self-sacrifice, which is, well, when I say self-sacrifice, I don't mean that literally. I know it sounds like, why is she telling me self-sacrifice? It means to be disciplined and be determined, and don't be hard on yourself. It's another thing too. We tend to have a lot of judgment on ourselves, and we tend to judge ourselves really harshly. You got to put that all down, because that's not going to make anything better. It's not going to make the situation better. What's going to make it? It's going to make you feel better, where you can heighten your manifestation powers and you can accomplish everything that your heart desires. And that it first starts within here and feeling at peace. I am feeling that Dave might have some answers. Maybe not, maybe. I'm just going to go over and to see if he has anything. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. And I brought Dave with me. Okay, so here are the cards. And yeah, that's the Moon, the Sun, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot. Do you have a message?
I don't know. Let's see. Well, the Moon is, well, to me, the Moon is... Think of when you're walking around at night under the moonlight compared to walking around during the daytime under the sunlight. And even the states of consciousness or the states of mind you have at night times seems a lot different than what we have in the daytime. Probably in science or people who measure your brain waves or whatever, there is probably some kind of a difference, but I'm not sure. I'm just guessing at that. So it's just telling me, like, there's so much depth to who we are. We always forget that, you know, we think we're just this little person in a body, which we are, but there's so much depth, and we're always surprised by things that happen or come from within us, because we didn't realize there was that much depth to us. So the Moon is saying there are hidden things going on either in your life or within you that you never noticed before, to me anyways. And the Sun, well, that's the opposite of the Moon. So the Sun is, you know, it's nurtures life on this planet. It's protective, it's light, it's bright, it's you know, sometimes if you've had maybe a nightmare or an intense anxiety in the evening, if you've ever experienced that or something, you know, it's really nice to see the sunlight when it comes. You're looking toward the daylight. You're like, oh, finally the sun's here, you know. And even through the winter too, we've had a really long, I don't know wherever you are, but here we've had a pretty long, we always have long cold winters here in Canada, but anyway, when spring comes, it's so welcome. And so the Sun, yeah, is like really positive energy, vibrant health, vitality, energy, gusto, do it, nurture it, grow it, whatever it is. And the
hangman.
The hangman. So
she's doing a headstand.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that could mean like taking a different perspective, whatever's going on in your life. And these are all major arcana in the tarot. So that means
that is. I didn't notice that.
Forces beyond your control, which
Destiny.
Actually is kind of everything anyways. I heard recently that through our five senses, what we can perceive is actually, like, it's just a comparison to make us understand, help us understand how limited our perception is of reality. Our senses can see like the thickness of a coat of paint if it was compared to the Empire State Building. Like if reality, all of reality, what's really happening is the height of the Empire State Building. And of course it's infinite anyways, so even this doesn't work, but the height of the Empire State Building, but what we can see with our senses is only as much as like, a coat of paint, very little. So the hangman is usually looking at a different perspective. Like life's making you look at life in a different way, and it's also arresting to me whenever I've experienced this energy. I've had to be patient as well, and just it can seem frustrating when you're resisting it at first, if you're resisting it or fighting with it. But it as soon as you take that different perspective and go upside down, for example, and look at the world or at your life or at the problem or the situation or the issue in a different way, then it starts to flow again and you feel better and you've grown spiritually. It's a very spiritual card in terms of like going deeper and growing, to me. And I need my glasses. What's this last one?
Chariot.
Chariot. Okay. So chariot to me means using your willpower. You're going somewhere. You want to go somewhere. And we all have this energy flowing through us, and some people call it the will. So what that means to me is harnessing your energy and channeling it. So that's why, for me, I always talk about letting go, because we have so many things within us, either from past lives, if you believe in past lives, I do, but if not, just from our childhood and our conditioning as we were growing up. So we have so many things that are blocking that energy. Like at the same time, we want to, it's kind of like we're driving, like it's a picture of someone driving their family in a car. So
it's actually they're taking a joyride. It's a bunch of kids.
Yeah. Okay, it's a bunch of kids taking a joyride. So they're driving a car, but the point is that when we're driving, because of all these programs that we have inside of us, we're driving with a foot on the gas and a foot on the brake at the same time. So that's why I always talk about letting go, because every time you let go of a layer, the energy can flow through you more easily, and you don't even have to figure things out, because there's a higher, in my way of looking at it, we're not even really the doers. So when we surrender, we're actually more intelligent, and surrender does not mean giving up and curling up in a ball in a fetal position in the corner. You can still be very proactive, and actually you'll be even more proactive, because you won't have that part of you that wants to go forward, but another part of you that's pushing you, holding you from going forward at the same time. It's like you're fighting with yourself, because this part wants to go forward, but this part's like, oh no, I can't, I don't deserve it, or I'm scared, or what if this, or what if that. So that's what I mean, letting go of that stuff. Yeah,
that's so true. So true. Oh, interesting. It's there's a lot of things coming to you. Like I said, like things and messages are coming through. Like I'm getting so many messages, even just sitting here is like, while Dave's talking, I'm just getting all these messages to tell you. So it's important that's a message for you, that you're going to be hearing a lot of things, and a lot of things coming. Like I was talking about earlier about the deja vu. And by the way, we listened to your song Deja Vu. Oh,
it's kind of just a demo.
It's a demo, but I used it in my classes when I was teaching Zumba back in the day. But it's a really great thing about, I was telling them about how deja vu and how we feel things about people. We just know when something unforeseen perils. It's just knowing something's going to happen, or just feeling it, or just feel like, I know that person. It's like, you just know, right? It's just, you just know, you feel comfortable. And yeah, so it's putting that all together. It's just pretty amazing, the stuff that's going to be happening and what we're in for coming up soon. We are basically the weather people. The weather, we're giving you a weather forecast. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. That is what Dave's doing. Dave gives a lot of medicine. Dave's giving you your medicine. I'm more of a forecast person. A little bit of both. We both have a different style of reading. So, what I'm trying to say is that it's all coming from the heart, and you got to just tap into your heart center and listen to that. And using tools to get us into that state, it's very important that you tap into that. Right now I have kunzite. I'm wearing a kunzite bracelet, and kunzite is a really good stone to help you tap into unconditional love. And also, I'm working with 2 oils. First oil is Forgive by doTERRA. I love it. You just put it, it's a roll on.
Back and, is it okay
you want some Forgive?
Sure. I'm going to go just do some work.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you so much. Okay, so I was saying, like, you just put a little bit of Forgive in your hands and deep inhale and think about any resentment that come up. If there's anything that comes up, release it, because the resentment is holding you back, and just allow it just to come through and breathe it out. Like, inhale peace, exhale resistance, and just keep breathing through it. I mean, there's a little bit of techniques that you can do to let go, or you can just let it go in just this moment, just now, like right now, you can just let go. But Forgive, this oil will help you with that. And another oil that I'm working with, and it was a really good oil to connect to the divine, is rose oil. That's my name, Mary Rose. I love this oil, rose, as well. So I put both of them on my hands, and I just inhale. And what that does is that helps you to connect to your higher power. That helps you to connect to your heart center. It helps you connect to your intuition, to love. Rose is a very sacred flower. It's a beautiful flower. It's the message of love. When we give, it's a gesture of love. When we give somebody roses, it means I love you, or just, just out of friendship. It's unconditional love as well. So it's important that you tap into that energy by working on yourself. It's very important that you do that. That was what I was talking about with the discipline. It's about working on yourself and letting go and clearing and deleting. And so anyways, I hope that this reading was helpful for you. If you have any questions or any concerns, please just comment below, and I'll do my best to answer you as quick as possible. So if you would like to learn more about getting a reading with me, please visit my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure that the notification tab is marked on, because you want to receive emails from YouTube when I post new videos. And I post videos all the time, like almost every day, about different things. And yeah, it's what I do. So have yourself a gorgeous, peaceful day. Peace and blessings. Namaste.